Shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome to another edition of Torah Tidbits. This is Torah Tidbits number 29, and the Torah portion is called Acharei Mot, and it's taken from Vayikra, Leviticus chapter 16, all the way to chapter 18, verse 30. I'm just going to be kind of touching on chapter 17, which deals with the laws of Kashrut, the kosher laws. What animals are clean, what animals are not clean, what animals are considered food, what animals are not considered food, why certain animals are considered food, why certain animals are not considered food, what qualifications has to be met for an animal to be edible, consumable by a human. The Haftarah portion is Ezekiel chapter 22, verses 25 through 28, and it deals with a common problem in Christianity today. It discusses how people cannot distinguish anymore between the holy and the unholy, the clean and the unclean, the kosher and the not kosher, because Christianity doesn't have really those distinctions per se. Maybe morally they do, but even those lines are being grayed and blurred. And some of the justification for their thinking in this way, especially in the realm of kosher eating, a kosher diet, is the vision in the book of Acts where Kepha, Peter, he's on the top of a roof. He's praying during the time of Mincha, afternoon prayers, and he sees this sheet being lowered from heaven, and there's all these unclean animals in it, and Yahweh tells him, Kepha, arise, kill and eat. And Kepha says, no, I've never touched anything treif or unkosher in my life. And they, the Christians justify this, saying, well, see, God just amended one of his laws. The kosher laws don't apply anymore because he just told Peter to kill and eat. Okay, then what relevance did that vision have to what happened next in the next chapter? Kepha goes to Cornelius's house and gives the interpretation of the vision that he just had. And he did not say to Cornelius, hey, you Gentiles, I have some good news. I can eat a ham sandwich just like you can. No, Chas v'shalom, God forbid. He never said the like. He said, I just had a vision. And that vision told me not to call any Gentile common or unclean. That was the whole purpose of the dream. The vision, the dream, was symbolic in nature. It wasn't meant to be taken literally. God gave him this symbolic vision to bring across a point that he's treating Gentiles just like unkosher food, that he's staying away from them with a 10-foot pole, doesn't think about them or touch them or anything. And he says, no, that's not so. That's not the way it is to be, Kepha. That the Gentiles are my creation just as much as the Jewish people are my creation, and you need to treat them with love and respect, and it's okay to fellowship with them, especially if they're believers and they're walking and following the Torah just like any Jew would. That was what the vision was about. So hopefully this totally, eradicated all the misconceptions dealing with Kepha's vision about the sheet with the unclean animals. Had nothing to do with the kosher laws. And yet Christians, proudly preach and proclaim that passage, saying that, the kosher laws have been done away with. We may never know for sure specifically why God says not to eat certain things and to eat other things, but, to be sure, it's for our own well-being, whatever it is. There's definitely health benefits to eating kosher. Science is even proving that there's benefits to eating kosher. Hopefully people will realize that there's not one law for the Jews and one law for the Gentiles, that there's not a double standard in the eyes of God. That because the mixed multitude was there at Mount Sinai when the Jews, the Hebrews, received the Torah, that the mixed multitude says, yes, we'll follow and do as you say just as much as the Israelites did. So, the Gentiles, the mixed multitude, accepted the Torah just like the Hebrews. So the Torah is not just an exclusive set of rules for the Hebrew people. They're for the whole world. They're for everybody. So just as God wants his chosen people, the main caretakers of the Torah, to eat kosher, he wants the Gentiles to eat kosher as well. No, it has nothing to do with salvation. I'm not saying if you eat a ham sandwich that you're going to go to hell, but you know what? You may end up in the grave quicker than you want to be. And then there's passages in the Torah where he likens this unclean food, if you consume it, that you become a to'evah, an abomination in his eyes. And it doesn't mean that he hates you or he's going to throw you away or cast you out. But I liken it unto somebody who goes out into a cow pasture, rolls around in manure, and then comes to me and says, hey, let me give you a hug. Whoa, hang on a second. Oh, gosh, man, you're an abomination to me right now. I'm about ready to puke. I'm nauseated at the smell. I can't stand the sight. I'm not going to get soiled with what you have. Go clean yourself up first and then come back and I'll give you a hug. Kind of the same with God. It's not that he's shoving you away saying I hate you and be banned from my presence forevermore. He's like, look, I can't deal with you right now. I can't touch you. I can't be near you right now because you've broken one of my commandments and you've become a stench in my nostrils. I told you to keep kosher for a reason. Whether you know that reason or not, it doesn't matter. I'm God. I know best. I make the rules. And so out of our love and our faithfulness to him, we keep these commandments. Yeshua even said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. He's not talking about a whole new different set of rules here. He's talking about the rules that his father set forth. No son has ever come along and say, hey, you know all the rules my dad made? Forget about them. No, a son doesn't have precedence over a father. So the father set the rules, Yeshua enforced them and maintained them, and he showed us how to walk them in a good way. According to Matthew chapter 5, he says, I didn't come to do away with the Torah and the prophets. I came to bring them into their full meaning. If you'll look at the Greek and the Hebrew of that text, that's what it means. That's what it says. So hopefully you got something out of this Torah portion that maybe you never known before. Read the Torah portion, Haftarah portion, and Brit Chadasha portions for yourself. I pray that Yahweh will open your heart and your mind to understand them more than even what I can convey on this short little video here. So Shabbat Shalom, Shavuot Tov Mishpocha. See you next time.